Hi, my name is Easton Hitchens, and today I'll be talking about how stylistic tools such as perspective, modeling, anatomy, balance, idealism, and triangles work with Christian values and artwork. Here in our first piece, we have Trinity with the Virgin, St. John the Evangelist, and donors, made in 1425 by Masaccio. This image depicts Christ being crucified on the cross in a pink and white ark, with St. John standing behind him, with the Virgin and donor standing at the base and in front of the cross. This image uses triangles to gain perspective on the painting, to draw attention to Jesus, to make him the focal point of the work. It uses perspective to make the appearance that we are standing below the crucifixion and the moment they are in the monument they are on. This ties into Christian beliefs because it is an image depicting the crucifixion of Christ. This image is iconic with Christian beliefs because the main symbol of Christianity is the cross and the image of Jesus hanging on the cross. So what Masaccio is trying to do here is trying to aim our perspective up as if we're looking up onto the moment. And it draws our attention to the central point of Jesus by the way he's positioned in the work. By putting him in the center, it automatically draws our attention to him. And the triangles used here, we can see triangles formed here with both his arms, here with St. John's and the cross, and this just draws our attention to it and gives it more of a naturalistic look. Here we have the confirmation of the Franciscan rule by Pope Honorius III. This is made in 1483 by Domenico Ghirlandaio. Here we can see Pope Honorius III sitting upon an ornate throne which is elevated above everyone else. A group of people are kneeling before him while other members of the church stand around the group observing the situation. The artist used perspective to draw attention to the crowd in front of Pope Honorius III, but also uses triangular focal points to draw attention to the arches in the background. Ties into Christian belief because of the Franciscans are asking to be recognized as a monastic order by Pope Honorius III. When I'm saying about the triangles drawing attention to arches in the background, using the triangles, it gives the image more depth. So we're being attracted to the crowd in front and at the base of Pope Honorius III's throne, but it also gives us a sense of this isn't the only thing occurring in this image, that there's more going on in the background. It gives the image depth and more characteristic. It makes it more eye-pleasing, giving it more natural setting. It gives it more of a perspective look, kind of like we're looking in on this. We're standing to the side, and we're able to view everything that's going on within this image. Here we have the procession of the relic of the true cross before Church of St. Mark, made in 1496 by Gentile Bellini. Here we see a procession of people in white clothing carrying a golden cross in front of a crowd of people. The cross is held under a canopy and is transported in front of the church. The artist places the perspective point above the crowd to draw attention to the church in the background and to gain a better view of the entire procession that is occurring. This ties into Christian beliefs because it is a Christian celebration of the Feast of St. Mark, where people pray to the miracle-making cross. With the artist placing us above the crowd, we are able to see the entire procession occurring. Rather than just see this portion of it, we are able to see how many people have gathered, what the scene is like, where they're gathering, and what the significance of it is. Obviously, with a church that ornate and that grand, it has to be home to something very important, and the artist makes that very, very well known by the positioning, because our eyes are automatically drawn to it. We're drawn to the cross and the procession, but we're also drawn to the church in the background, which is obviously a very important piece of this, because that's where all the worship happens. This is just a procession of them carrying it in front of a group of people to put it in its resting place within the church for people to go up to it and pray. So, what do these three pieces have in common? These three paintings have at least two things in common. They use perspective to draw attention to the focal point in each painting, and all show aspects of Christianity. The paintings use the perspective of the viewer to draw their attention to either the main subject of the work or details in the background. The combination of the subject and the background gives the painting its entire meaning. Then they all have their ties to Christianity. One shows the crucifixion of Christ, and one shows the Pope recognizing a monastic order, and then one shows a Christian celebration. So each one of these images shows a different aspect of the Christian religion, but they all use these perspective tools to help us gain the full meaning of each work. Rather than just focus in on the subject, we're able to gain a larger sense of what's going on from being able to connect with what's going on in the background of what's being focused on within the subject. We're able to feel like we're part of the painting, where we would have an accurate representation of where we would be at and what we would be seeing, rather than just be the subjects and nothing else. We're able to give it more a natural setting and something we can relate to, and something that makes us feel a little bit more common with the painting. We are able to gain a larger understanding of what's going on outside of what the subjects are portrayed to be doing. And these stylistic tools with perspective give more meaning to the painting than just what's going on with the subjects. It gives us the ability to understand the painting and the message the artist is trying to relay on a much higher level. So I hope you're able to understand how these stylistic tools, along with Christian values, are able to be combined in these works to help the viewer gain the larger meaning of the work, rather than just understand what the subjects are doing. We are able to use these tools that the artists have given us to understand a broader image of what's going on. So thank you for listening, and have a good day.